we need to talk about a design failure in modern cars. For the last 10 years, automakers have been obsessed with turning your dashboard into an iPad. We got app stores, endless grids of icons, and submenus buried inside submenus. But Chery, a major Chinese EV player, just admitted something the industry has been afraid to say: the app icon is dead. In their new 2026 roadmap, they unveiled a system where the buttons disappear. Instead of you searching for a hiking mode, the car sees your outfit, understands your destination, and generates a custom interface from scratch. No menus, no digging, just intent. Welcome to Cockpit Radar. Today, we look at why the next generation of cars won't have a home screen.
My name is Tom, and I'm a product manager for Automotive AI. But I was cornered by users and colleagues. They keep asking me every day, besides chatting and writing poems with you, what's the real use? This question is like a thorn in my heart. We have invested countless days and nights just to make a car-mounted chatbot? No, I don't believe it. Today, I will use the Lingxi cockpit we built. To answer this ultimate question, the first thing we need to solve is a scenario that troubles all drivers. When driving, you are busy dealing with various chores. Imagine you're stuck in the rush hour on your way home and are going to a dinner appointment. You tell the car's AI to go to Zhengfuxing restaurant. Arrive before 7 o'clock. It immediately helps you make a reservation. Plan the route. But I didn't expect, just at this moment, a friend suddenly sends a message saying he wanted to go to another restaurant called Tunking Building. In the past, my blood pressure would have gone up. You have to drive while to look at your phone or pull over and cancel the number in a hurry, search for the new address, and reset the navigation. The whole process is full of anxiety. But now everything has changed. You don't even need to look at your phone. AI assistant Zhaoji has read the message for you and actively asks if you want to switch destinations. You just need to say yes with your mouth, and it will cancel the previous number plate and seamlessly switch to the new navigation and even recalculates the arrival time. The whole process is smooth and easy. It's like an all-powerful Super Butler, and directly serves your needs completely, and liberate you from clicking and jumping and between apps. You from. If this just makes life more convenient, then the following scene may make you feel truly at ease. You will feel truly at ease. That day, I was rushing to the company for an important meeting, but the worst thing happened. A dazzling tire pressure alarm suddenly popped up on the dashboard. At that moment, my heart was in my throat, and I was sweating profusely. Was it a false alarm, or did the tire really explode? Could I still get to the company on time? Just when I was at a loss, Zhaoji spoke up. It didn't just give me a cold warning. It told me it had cross-validated and various sensor data and ruled out the possibility of based a false on the current leak rate. The tire was probably punctured by a nail. But what I didn't expect was what he said next. It combined my schedule, the current speed and air leakage situation, and gave me an unbelievable solution. Continue driving at the current speed of 60 kilometers per hour. I can still arrive at the company safely and on time. Meanwhile, he had already contacted the nearest 4S store and made an appointment for the repair. All I need to do is to focus on driving. At that moment, I realized that a good AI is not to remind you after a problem occurs, but before you panic, but to pave all the way for you. So, my serious development partner was not satisfied. He rushed to me and said, "Tang, don't just talk about these cool experiences. You must talk about the exquisite human-like memory design." After saying that, he handed me technical materials comparable to a doctoral which was full of complex architecture diagrams and algorithms. I felt my head was about to explode. If I read it word for word, the audience would probably fall asleep. I pulled him aside. I told him that the complexity is not the technology, but human nature. What we are really is not how much code we have piled up, but to give AI a memory like a human. It can remember your preferences and your family's habits, but more importantly, it knows how to forget and update. It will forget those unimportant trifles, but it will firmly remember every moment that means something to you. It is based on this architecture of heavy-end, strong and absolute respect for user privacy that we have created this warm AI brain. It is not only a smart assistant, but also an aesthetic and interesting partner. Our original Generative HMI completely disrupts the traditional interaction interface. When you tell Xiaoqi that you're going to Lhasa on foot, he will not only help you book tickets, but also generate a hiking-themed interface full of Tibetan style. When it sees through the camera and sees you wearing a beautiful pink dress today, it will quietly change the theme of the entire cabin to a gentle pink color scheme. It can perceive the environment and understand intentions dynamically to create a personalized cabin experience for you. And the core of all these interactions is our new partner, Xiaoji Classmate. It's not a virtual image, nor a cold code. In our promotional video, the cute designers who appear in the video are the real people who give Xiaoji life and emotion. They injected their warmth, kindness, and reliability into the design of Xiaoji. At that moment, I realized what we really need to do is not to create an all-powerful machine, but to create a warm, reliable, and absolutely respects your privacy. Because true intelligence is not to make you think how smart it is, but to make you feel at ease when you're with it.
So let's zoom out. We are not just looking at one company's roadmap here. We are witnessing a desperate attempt by the automotive industry to solve three existential crises. First, the crisis of complexity. Look at any modern EV today. They are drowning in apps. The industry simply copied the smartphone, pasted it onto the dashboard, and called it smart. It's lazy design, and frankly, it's dangerous. The move to generative UI, where the interface draws itself, isn't just a cool feature. It is an admission that the old grid of icons model has failed. The industry has to move this way because human engineers can no longer manually design a menu for every single function. The machine must take over the design process. This is the inevitable future for everyone, from Detroit to Munich. Second, the war for the service layer. Why are automakers so obsessed with becoming your butler? Why do they want to book your restaurant or your mechanic? It's not out of kindness. It's because hardware margins are collapsing. If the car can become the agent that decides which repair shop you go to or which hotel you book, the automaker becomes the new Google. They become the gatekeeper of your wallet. What we saw today is just the first skirmish in the war for the service economy. Finally, the elephant in the room, the geopolitics of data. Let's be real. For any Chinese manufacturer expanding into Europe or the US, trust is the ultimate barrier. The local de-identification architecture we analyzed isn't just a privacy feature. It is a survival strategy. It acknowledges a new reality. Global consumers will only accept hyper-intelligence if they are guaranteed anonymity. Moving the brain to the edge and keeping the cloud blind is likely to become the global standard for cross-border data compliance. The verdict? This roadmap proves that the era of the software-defined vehicle is already over. We are entering the era of the AI-defined vehicle. The car is no longer a tool you learn to use. It is a robot that learns to use you.